So today, we have the Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, taking on the X-Man, Wolverine. Who wins? Well, let's find out. So, let's start off with strength, and Wolverine is very strong. Superhumanly strong. He's held up an elevator with two people in it, stopped a speeding truck dead in its tracks without moving, carried a grand piano for 8 days straight, snapped a dinosaur's neck, sent Spider-Man flying with a backhand, and he's overpowered multiple men at once, cyborgs, Lady Deathstrike, and Sabretooth before. But on the other side, after being resurrected by the three dream demons, Freddy Krueger was resurrected with several supernatural powers, one of them being superhuman strength. He's consistently overpowered people with ease, holding them up with just one hand and throwing them around with his metal claw glove, which we'll get more into later. He sliced limbs off, decapitated people, and sliced right through wood and metal. And he's also fought against Jason Voorhees, and while he isn't nearly as strong as Jason, he was able to stagger him with his strikes and send him flying back once as well. I'd say they're fairly even, with Logan taking the slight edge in strength. Durability. So, upon being resurrected, Freddy has shown to be quite unkillable. And if he is killed, well, the three dream demons can just bring him back. He's been stabbed by several knives at once, a point-blank pipe bomb explosion, and being set on fire. He's also survived a beating from Jason Voorhees, which involved being punched through the gut, having his arm ripped off, several slashes, and being stabbed with his own metal glove. He also survived a massive explosion and being decapitated. Basically, as long as there's some level of fear of him, on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger can't truly die. But durability is Logan's thing. His entire skeleton is laced with adamantium, which is virtually unbreakable, and he has one of the best healing factors out there. He's been riddled with bullets and barely slowed down. Massive falls and explosions don't stop him. He's consistently taken hits from powerhouses like Hulk, Thor, Juggernaut, Namor, etc., and remained conscious. He's actually gotten back up after brutal beatings from Hulk several times. Cyclops' optic blast and Thor's lightning can't keep him down. He's laughed off being poisoned with enough blowfish toxin to kill 20 men, and even survived a nuclear bomb. Logan's feats are obviously better because of the world of Marvel, but he can technically die, and he has been knocked unconscious before, and it really kind of seems like Freddy Krueger is truly unkillable. But Logan is definitely faster. Freddy doesn't really have any speed feats, at least none that Logan can't easily replicate. When he's needed or wanted to, Logan has easily dodged and weaved through barrages of gunfire. He's deflected bullets and arrows, blitzed groups of armed men before they could react, consistently tagged Spider-Man, and even kind of embarrassed Thor in terms of combat speed and reflexes before too. He's definitely faster, and while he often doesn't use it, Logan is the far better fighter, and as he's one of Marvel's very best when it comes to combat. He has extensive knowledge and training in several fighting styles, is renowned across the universe for his fighting ability and experience, is a master of several styles of kung fu and swordsmanship, knows nerve strikes, and has fought in 4 major wars. He's beaten 8 martial artists at once, several swordsmen while blindfolded, as well as Silver Samurai, Captain America, Spider-Man, Cyclops, Black Panther, and even the immortal weapon, the Iron Fist. And then Logan has his animal-like senses. He can see just fine in pitch darkness, hear specific things over a noisy city, and smell scents that are days old. He's also frequently detected invisible foes, liars, surprise attacks, and more. Even Daredevil has wondered if Logan's senses are better than his own. And then there's his 3 1-foot long retractable adamantium claws that come out of his fists. They can slice and pierce through virtually anything because they are adamantium. This includes Luke Cage's indestructible skin, the Thing's rock-like skin, and even Colossus's organic steel after enough time. They've even injured Thor, Hulk, Juggernaut, and even the Mad Titan Thanos himself. But Freddy's not out of this fight yet, because he has his nightmare and fear powers. What about them? He can enter the dreams of anyone in Springwood, as long as there's enough fear of him. Once there, he can change and distort the dream however he likes to torment and terrify his victim. This is also how he can find their deepest, darkest fears and exploit them. Because he likes to scare the shit out of people before killing them. I think he gets off on it. While in the dream world, he's essentially a god. There's nothing he can't do, really, from reality warping, telekinesis, teleportation, shape-shifting, size alteration, and regeneration of lost limbs in seconds. He can also conjure up anything or turn something into something else. His powers in the dream world are limitless and only limited by his imagination, which is very vivid, saying that before he died, he was like a mass serial child killer, okay? However, he doesn't have these powers in the real world, but whatever he does to someone in the dream world happens to them in the real world, and he can make his victims sleepy and exhausted. And things like coffee and other energy and caffeinated drinks and whatnot only helps the victim stay awake for so long. He does also wear his metal claw glove thing, which is what makes him a true and iconic slasher. I don't know what type of metal it's made out of, probably just steel, but like I said earlier, it sliced limbs off, it's decapitated people, and it sliced right through wood and metal with ease. He's also a true psychopath, relishing in causing pain and inflicting fear into his victims. So, who wins? Well, in a straight up fight, Logan would definitely win. He's just better overall across the board. Freddy Krueger might not die, but what's he gonna do if he's in pieces? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. The real question that needs to be answered here is, does Logan have any fears? Well, yes, he is a badass, but he is also still human. He does still feel fear. It's hard to say what his greatest fear is, but I think I've narrowed it down to 2 that Freddy Krueger can play with. Outliving everyone he loves and cares for, and being the wild, feral animal he's known for being. If Freddy Krueger can make Logan pass out, right, with like his power to do that, I think these are the 2 that he would hound on the most. And then Freddy Krueger gets to have a field day with him in the dream world. However, there is 2 things we need to consider. Firstly, Logan would still have his powers. We know this as for a fact when Jason Voorhees was in the dream world. He was still quite unkillable, and which means he retained his supernatural powers and was still incredibly strong. Therefore, there's no reason to suggest that Logan wouldn't be able to have his claws or heal from attacks as well. And secondly, what happens to Logan when his emotions are high? Berserker rage. A state of mind where he only sees red and is driven by just an unbridled rage. And if Jason Voorhees can bust out of the dream world, Logan can too. Definitely. And at the end of the day, I'm siding with Logan. I think Freddy Krueger does that. He gets him asleep, gets him inside, makes him feeling scared and starts making Logan feeling scared and whatnot. But then Logan taps into that wild, feral animal rage, right? And from there, it's just over. You won't be able to kill Freddy in that world, but he will wake up and he'll slice him into pieces, and the fight is over. Wolverine wins. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy, leave a comment of what you thought, and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. Go follow my Instagram account, dmanversus.videos, and all the great stuff. I truly do appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.